Do you see Achilles tendonitis or tendinopathy in younger patients? I've heard it's like an old man thing, like above 30 is when we got to worry about that. But I've heard of a few people like getting little flare-ups in the tendon in high school, but it's like they bounce back. Whereas the guys above 30, it's like a chronic, like multi-year thing. Do you see like younger people getting it?
Always ask. So when someone says my Achilles hurt or my heel hurts, my heel meaning posterior, not plantar. So plantar heel is going to be the plantar fascia. Posterior heel, or even on the medial lateral aspect of the calcaneus, so kind of hugging right down on the outside of the heel bone, that would be more of a insertional Achilles tendinitis, which is really a calcaneal periostitis. That would be more of these younger guys. That'd be your younger guys, right? And some of that could be like, okay, I'm pulling in this broad fascial way, or I'm hitting the heel on the ground excessively, and the vibration is irritating the periosteum on the calcaneus. So it's a little bit different. The one that where you will see it in older athletes or men, it's stereotypically men over 40, is mid tendon. So the middle of the tendon, if they're saying it hurts right in the middle of the tendon, about 1 inch from its insertion, right? That you're then looking at, okay, we have something with the elasticity of the rubber band of the tendon, and they may have a history of this, that we're starting to get degeneration, and the mechanical properties of the tendon fibers is starting to change. The collagen is changing a little bit. Those are the ones that you want to be very careful for a rupture. And that would be, again, every Achilles tendon rupture I've ever seen in my practice, practicing 12 years as a podiatrist, have been in men over 40 playing basketball or football with their kids or something. And they just go for a quick shot, or they jump and they rupture.
Yeah. Common one for like guys above 30 that I've seen with the ruptures is a big change in load, where they're like not jumping and running consistently, and then they're like lifting weights or something, then all of a sudden they go play basketball, and it's like the tendon just wasn't used to that elastic return, and it just snapped. Do you see that it does come with warning signs? Does it come with tendinopathy progressing into that, or is it just like a random thing?
There is almost always a history of, I've had Achilles tendon issues. I've always had tight ankles. I've always had really tight calves, something that the patient or the individual would have to recall. This could even be like, hey, when I was a high school basketball player, I used to have XYZ, just kind of like, it would always be the area that would irritate me. Now they're 45, right? And they're saying like, okay, and I don't warm up the same. I stand for work. I stand a lot. So my feet and my calves are always tight from standing. And then they don't warm it up the same way. Or like you said, the ballistic demands of like basketball and jumping, especially that jumping and landing or something, they're just not trained for that.
Yeah, I feel like jumping and running is one of those things where you just got to do it consistently throughout your life. And if you take a big period off, you got to really be very gradual, very patient in how you get back to it. And humans just aren't patient enough to do that. It's like, I once played basketball for 2 hours, so why can't I just hop in and do that? So that's normally what I see, is just a lack of patience.